Council meeting of August 19, 2025 will now please come to order at 7:34 PM. The audience is invited to join council in the recitation of the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Broussard? Ms. Gilchrist?
Here.
Ms. Heeman?
Here.
Mr. Limpert?
Present.
Mr. Madden?
Here.
Mr. Maury?
Here.
Mr. Scarl?
Present.
Mr. Shimsky?
Here.
There are no additions or corrections. The council meeting minutes of August 5th, 2025 are approved as written. There are 4 items being requested for suspension this evening. Resolution 2025-70 and ordinance 2025-74, both are on second reading. And ordinance 2025-78 and ordinance 2025-79, they are both on first reading. Mayor Daley Jones, do you have a report this evening?
I do, Mr. President, but before I begin my report, I'd like to ask Councilwoman Heeman to please come forward and present our K-9 officer with the vest that she has generously donated.
Are you joining me?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I'm going to need to go.
Because he's just so noisy, everybody's paying attention.
Dude, what's he got in his mouth?
Yeah, that's right. At least he knows how to get through a council meeting.
Yes, please.
So I don't know if anyone knows, but I did donate the vest for our original dog, Maj. There was actually not in our budget that year a provision for safety equipment for our dog. And I really thought that that was incorrect, and that we needed to have a bulletproof vest and some other things, but they wouldn't let me buy it. That dog was donated to us, and with, this administration now, our mayor has helped us in our finance areas to purchase Tarek. And so because of that, I wanted to donate Tarek's vest as well. And also because, once you have one kid in your group, right, you just keep collecting them. And he is a really great dog. Maj is, working a little less, as I understand, and, we have a little dog that I just looked at, so I'm happy to do it, and he's gorgeous, and take good care of him.
Yeah.
Nobody will
I'd like
chew
to
your leg off.
Councilwoman Heeman for the donation of the vest. Our K-9 program first started back in 2000. I was one of the original K-9 handlers back then. And I can tell you that the vest today, as you see it, is much different than it was 20 years ago. They're able to be worn more. The vest from 20 years ago, very bulky, very hot, and they've come a long way. Councilwoman Heeman donated the vest for Mach back, I think, in 2018 or the beginning of 2019. Mach is now getting a little bit older. As she said, he's slowing down. Hopefully he'll be with us hopefully another year, and then we'll be looking to replace Mach down the road. Tarek's been great for us. Austin came to us from the State Highway Patrol, where he was an active officer, and he's continued to do that here in North Homestead. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we had a apprehension with him last week, right? Yes, we did. So we've been out there getting drugs, guns, and bad guys since he came on late last year. So we couldn't be happier enough for, one, the donation of the vest, but also the addition of the dog for the city. It's absolutely the best public relations tool that law enforcement has, and it can help us do the job that we can't do on our own. So it's a great tool on top of a great, I'm sure, family-friendly guest at home as well. So thank you very much, Councilwoman Heeman, Mayor, the administration, for all your support. We have a great K-9 program. We'd like to continue that well into the future. So thank you very much.
He's so cute. I just want to pet him. He's very active.
Thank you.
Oh, he's so cute. I just love him.
And Mr. President, school's right around the corner. Classes for grades 1 through 12 begin on Thursday, August 21st. And we wish all of our students, families, and teachers and staff a successful start to the new school year. But before we get too busy with homework and activities, there's a great chance to come together and celebrate as a community. The North Olmsted Homecoming and Fireworks Celebration is happening this Saturday, August 23rd, 2025, from 2 until 9 p.m. at Great Northern Mall. The Taste of North Olmsted will run from 2 until 4. The car show will also be at that same time. The parade will run from 4 until 5. That parade is starting at the high school and then will end up at the mall. The food trucks will be available for everyone from 5 until 10 p.m. Live music by the FM Project, a Steely Dan tribute band, will be from 6 until 9, and then fireworks will close out the night around 9 p.m. This is always a highlight of the year, a wonderful time to gather with friends, neighbors, and family while celebrating our community spirit. On the Parks and Recreation side, progress continues at North Olmsted Park. Phase 1 construction is expected to wrap up by the end of August, with new features opening in spring 2026, 3 ball fields, walking paths, a new concession, bathroom, and garage building, glass backboard basketball hoops, which are already open for play, and expanded parking. Phase 2 construction is also underway. Coming spring of 2026, we'll see brand new tennis and pickleball courts, a splash park, a performance stage, inclusive playground equipment, a lighted ball field, and more walking paths. And finally, over at Barton Bradley Park, the parking lot project is complete. The new layout provides a safer and more accessible parking area for all of our visitors. On July 30th, Directors Carney, Schofield, Upton, and Special Assistant Byrne and I met with the ODOT District 12 Deputy Director regarding several city concerns. The main topic was the Great Northern Bridge project. We shared that the approved renderings and construction drawings did not match, particularly with the letter S and spacing issues. ODOT agreed with our findings, and follow-up meetings with engineers are underway. Our service department has cleared the vegetation around the bridge lettering in both directions on I-480. We will continue to work with ODOT on a landscaped retaining wall and are moving to include this project in the budget for 2026 for council's consideration. 2 other issues were addressed. The noise walls on I-480 repairs will be included in an upcoming ODOT project bid. And the Clague Road staging area, which is owned by ODOT, a new locked security gate has been installed to prevent trespassing. We'll continue to keep everyone updated as these projects move forward. The service department is wrapping up a very productive summer. Seasonal work such as hydrant flushing, road and bridge maintenance, in addition to removing the overgrown trees, brush, and vegetation around I-480 and the entire city. Things have been prepped here in North Olmsted, and other city projects have been completed, helping to keep our neighborhoods safe and well maintained and ready for the fall season ahead. On the public safety front, we are proud to welcome 2 new patrol officers to the North Olmsted Police Department. Lateral transfer officer Matt Holdridge and entry-level officer Hayden Zolenik will begin the police academy this month. Also, during tonight's meeting, we want to again thank Councilwoman Heeman for her donation of the bulletproof vest, keeping our canine officers safe while protecting our community. It's an exciting time for North Olmsted with school starting, community celebrations ahead, park projects moving forward, and growth within our safety department. There are many things to look forward to. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mayor. Director of Law, Garreau, do you have a report this evening?
Thank you, Mr. President. I do. The charter amendment for cooperative purchasing that you recently adopted was submitted by Clerk Taylor to the Board of Elections after passage for review. I've been in communication with the board staff, and after a little bit of negotiation, and if we can call it that, I'm proud to announce that they approved the language that you adopted for the ballot language. And so we've cleared that hurdle. It still needs approval by the Secretary of State office, but I don't anticipate any problems with that. We should see that language appearing on ballots very soon, and hopefully it's successful. It would be a great help to the administration. Earlier this summer, as Director Kopfer knows, I had the occasion to prepare a position statement for the city auditors. In that statement, I had concluded, we do it annually, that in 2024, we were under no assessments, no claims, no threatened litigation. It was a relatively quiet year. There was only one Ohio Civil Rights Commission case, but I previously reported to you that we were successful with that and had it dismissed. And that's where we were up until August 13th. There were no actions pending. On August 13th, an appeal of a determination on a workers' comp claim was filed in the Court of Common Pleas. That's Dombeck versus the City of North Olmsted, appealing a disallowance of an on-the-job injury, fairly routine. That case will be handled by the law firm of Maddie, Henriksen, and Grieve. They've been handling workers' comp claims for our city for a number of years. The Board of Education approved the sale of the Maple, Pine, and Chestnut properties to the City of North Olmsted. That just happened a week and a half ago. You approved it a while ago. So opposing counsel and I have been, or counsel for the board, I should say, and I have been going back and forth on tightening up and finalizing some of the language in that agreement. We should have that to the mayor for signature in the very near future. Finally, Law Clerk Holly Lloyd has resigned her position with the Department of Law, has moved on to work at the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office. She's a third-year law student. We expect great things from her. She was a valued employee. She will be missed. The search is on for the next law clerk. But one of her final statements to the city, we posted already for a new law clerk. She saw the range of pay, and she said with a smile, yeah, you got to pay him more than you were paying me because you're not going to get anybody to work here. So with that, she left. And with that, we came to council and asked for an additional pay range because when we posted for that position, she was correct. We received no replies. So I think $15 for being a graduate and being in graduate school trying to be a lawyer is probably a little low, and she wasn't wrong. So with your blessing, we can increase that range and be able to find the next Holly and be able to continue to do the work that she did well. So thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Director Garreau. Director of Finance, Kopfer, do you have a report?
Yes, I do, Mr. President Pro Tem. On August 13th, I attended the Tax Incentive Review Council meeting. This meeting is an annual meeting where the members of we call it the Turk, approve and accept the report for compliance and also approve our TIF and our 2 CRAs that are active, which is the Aloft and the oh my gosh, Omni. What's the what are they called now? Vitalia. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name of it. And for continuation of their CRAs. Additionally, Director Upton presented some of the things that are coming up in that on that for next year that maybe council passed already, as far as like the Brook Park TIF, Forest Commons TIF, and the CRA for on Industrial Parkway, but they're not active yet, so they don't have to go to the be reported out on. And so everything passed, so we're good for another year. The PAFR, which is the Popular Annual Financial Report, was in people's mailboxes like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I just want to thank council and the administration for continuing on funding that. I got compliments on Sunday at church. I was out in the neighborhoods and several people referenced it, and it had just come that weekend. So I think that they find it very informative, and I appreciate the funding. I know it's expensive to mail it to every home, but I think people really appreciate it. So thank you, and I want you to know that it was well received so far.
Thank you,
And that
Director
concludes my
Coffer.
report.
Thank you. Okay, we will now move into council committee reports. Councilman Lippert, Chairman of the Building, Zoning, and Development Committee. Do you have a report this evening?
I do, Mr. President Pro Tem. The Building Zoning Development Committee met on Tuesday, August 12th at 8:16 p.m. Present were committee members Limpert, Shimsky, and Gilchrist. Council members Heeman, Madden, Scarl, and Mari. Also present were the mayor, law director, finance director, economic development director, HR director, safety director, service director, and special assistant to the mayor, along with some guests. Discussed was Resolution 2025-17, which is a resolution to adopt the 2025 comprehensive plan for the city of North Olmsted. This legislation had been held in committee after we reviewed several amendments at the last meeting, and we were waiting for those to be incorporated into the overall plan, specifically in the implementation matrix, and the economic development director confirmed that those changes had been made and provided those to the committee, and a motion to recommend adopting the 2025 comprehensive plan, resolution 2025-17, with those amended, or as amended, was passed by a vote of 3-0. Additionally, there was a resolution 2025-62, which was held in committee by a vote of 3-0, and the meeting concluded at 8:19 p.m. Mr. President,
Councilman?
Pro Tem, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to amend Resolution 2025-17 to include a statement following in Section 1, following thereafter submitted by the City of Council, and now on file as thereafter amended by Council. So the change would be now on file as thereafter amended by Council, since this did not go through the Planning Development Committee with these amendments, and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to amend Resolution 2025-17 made by Councilman Limpert, seconded by Councilman Shimsky. Roll call, please.
Mr. Lippert,
Yes, with comment. I want to thank the administration, and specifically Economic Development Director, to work with council as we went through a fairly exhaustive plan, which included short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals that obviously everyone is ambitious and has a desire to do everything today, but we really, I think, did a good job of being thoughtful about what was going to be implemented in the short term from a time and budget perspective, and got those realigned to what I think will be a more implementable implementation matrix. So thanks to them.
Mr. Shimsky,
Yes.
Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Mr. Scarl,
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Ms. Heeman.
Yes.
Resolution 2025-17 is amended by a vote of 7-0.
That's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Heeman, Chairman of the Recreation, Public Parks, and Buildings Committee, do you have a report this evening?
I do not, thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I will provide a report for the Finance Committee. The Finance Committee met on Tuesday, August 12, 2025 at 7:01 p.m. Present were all of council with the exception of Council President Broussard. The mayor, the directors of finance, law, economic development, safety, HR, service, and the special assistant to the mayor. First on the agenda was Resolution 2025-66, the Macaulay Grant Writing Contract. Director Upton explained that the term for the Macaulay contract is now for 14 months, and the fee was raised to $10,000 a month. He also added that the Macaulay was instrumental in securing $3.9 million in grants for the city. The committee favorably recommended Resolution 2025-66 to council by a vote of 3-0. Next on the agenda was Resolution 2025-67, the R.E. Warner Job Creation Grant. Director Upton stated the legislation is to adjust the start and end dates of the existing 10-year grant due to construction delays, noting there were no changes to the total term. The committee favorably recommended to council by a vote of 3-0. Next was ordinance 2025-75, the city's healthcare plan for 2026. Director Kidd noted this also authorizes the broker to solicit excess coverage proposals for 2026. And after a brief discussion, the committee recommended ordinance 2025-75 to council by a vote of 3-0. Last on the agenda was a financial review wherein Director Coffer provided a brief update to council on Q2 financials, noting revenues were up 10% over the prior year. Income tax and service charges were strong, while wages and materials were higher due to retro pay and winter costs. She further noted that utilities were up 19.8% and healthcare claims were down $372,000. And the Finance Committee concluded at 7:32 p.m. Councilwoman Gilchrist, Chairman of the Streets and Transportation Committee, do you have a report this evening?
I do not have a report today, President Pro Tem. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Madden, Chairman of the Environmental Control Committee, do you have a report this evening?
No report this evening, thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Shimsky, Chairman of the Public Safety, Health, and Welfare Committee, do you have a report this evening?
Yes, I do, Mr. President Pro
I
Tem.
know you do.
The Public Safety, Health, and Welfare Committee met on Tuesday, August 12th, 2025 at 7:32 p.m. in the caucus room. Those present were committee members Shemsky, Heeman, and Madden, council members Gilchrist, Limpert, Mari, and Scarl. Also present were Mayor Jones, the special assistant to the mayor, all the directors with the exception of Recreation. There were 5 items on the agenda. The first was liquor permit 10005612-1, Bill Defoe. The police department had no objections to the permit. The committee voted to not object to the permit by a vote of 3-0. Mr. President, at this time, I move to not object to liquor permit 10005612-1, Bill Defoe, North Olmsted LLC, operating at 4954 Great Northern Boulevard, and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion not to object to liquor permit 10005612-1, Bill Defoe, North Olmsted LLC, 4954 Great Northern Boulevard, made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky?
Yes.
Ms. Heeman?
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist?
Yes.
Mr. Mari?
Yes.
Mr. Limpert?
Yes.
Mr. Scarl?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Liquor permit 10005612-1 is not objected by a vote of 7-0.
The second item on the agenda was Resolution 2025-70, Flock license plate readers. This would allow the city to purchase 8 new license plate readers at a cost of $24,000 to be installed at 8 intersections. After some discussion, the motion to recommend to the rest of council with suspension by a vote of 3-0 was made. The third item on the agenda was ordinance 2025-71 Faro Focus Core 3D scanner. These scanners can do imaging of crime scenes and accidents. Updates the old one purchased in 2018 at a cost of $48,997.23. After some discussion, the motion was made to recommend to the rest of the council by a vote of 3-0. The fourth item on the agenda was Resolution 2025-73, Berea Dispatch. This allows the mayor to enter into an agreement with the city of Berea for dispatching police and fire, a 3-year agreement at $455,436 per year with a 3% increase every year. The motion was made to recommend to the rest of council by a vote of 3-0. And the final item on the agenda was ordinance 2025-74, 5035 Porter Road. This would allow the city to demolish this home. It has been a public nuisance for many years. The homeowner has made no effort to rectify any of the problems with the home. It has been condemned and is now a public safety concern. The city will make all efforts to offer mental health and temporary housing services to the resident. A motion was made to recommend to the rest of council under suspension by a vote of 3-0, and the Public Safety, Health, and Welfare Committee concluded at 8:08 p.m.
Thank you. Councilman Mari, Chairman of the Intergovernmental Relations Committee, do you have a report this evening?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Mr. President Pro Tem. The Intergovernmental Relations Committee met on Tuesday, August 12th at 8:08 p.m. Present were committee members Mari, Gilchrist, and Chimsky, council members Madden, Heeman, Scarl, and Lippert, the mayor, directors of finance, law, economic development, public safety, service, HR, and the special assistant to the mayor and guests. First on the agenda was the reappointment of Mr. Keegan Radiff to the Tax Incentive Review Council. Mr. Radiff spoke and gave information on his background, including being a CPA, MBA, and holding other finance and accounting credentials. Mr. Radiff is currently in good standing, and he was thanked for his willingness to volunteer. The committee voted 3-0 to recommend the reappointment of Mr. Keegan Radiff to the Tax Incentive Review Council. At this time, I move to approve the reappointment of Mr. Keegan Radiff to the Tax Incentive Review Council for the unexpired term of January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2028, and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to approve the reappointment of Keegan Radiff to the Tax Incentive Review Council for the term of January 1, 2025 through December 31, 2028, made by Councilman Mari, seconded by Councilwoman Gilchrist. Roll call, please.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Miss Gilchrist,
Yes.
Mr. Limpert,
Yes.
Mr. Shimsky,
Yes.
Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Miss Heeman,
Yes.
Mr. Scarl.
Yes.
right.
The reappointment of Keegan Radiff to the Tax Incentive Review Council is approved by a vote of 7-0.
Thank you. Next on our agenda was proposed changes to the rules of council, section 121.01, defining the legislative request process. The change to the process being proposed is to adjust the timelines for the submission of legislation requests and to the final legislation submissions. The process change would improve communication and overall efficiency. There was brief discussion in committee, including feedback from multiple directors supporting the changes. The committee voted 3-0 for the adoption of the proposed changes. At this time, I move to amend Rules of Council Section 121.01 and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to amend Council Rule 121-0140, made by Councilman Mari, seconded by Councilwoman Gilchrist. Roll call, please.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Miss Gilchrist,
Yes.
Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Miss Heeman,
Yes.
Mr. Shimsky,
Yes.
Mr. Scarl,
Yes.
Mr. Limpert.
Yes.
Council Rule 121-0140 is amended by a vote of 7-0. Are there any letters or communications that come before council at this time?
No, Mr. President.
Thank you. Okay, we will now move into audience participation. Thank you for attending tonight's council meeting. Public comment offers the opportunity for members of the public to share information and bring issues and concerns to the attention of city council members. It is not a debate, and public comment speakers should not expect a back and forth exchange. Council members may ask clarifying questions of the speaker, city staff, or fellow council members. Those attending city council meetings should show the same respect to others that they wish to have shown to them. If there is anyone in the audience who would like to address council, please come to the podium, state and spell your name and address for the clerk. If you live in a city other than North Olmsted, please state the name of that city and proceed with your comments. You will have up to 5 minutes.
My name is Shana Muckerhide. I'm the branch manager of the library right next door. I just wanted to introduce myself formally to you. I don't think I've met some of you, but not all of you.
Excuse me, miss, can we have your address, please?
Yeah.
And your full name?
I don't live in North Homestead. I live in Lorraine County.
We just need your address, though.
Give the library address.
Oh, we'll just use the library address, that's fine.
27403 Lorraine Road.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to let you know I've been here for a few years now. We've done a lot of programs. We have a lot of activities for the kids after school. We serve lunches. We have homework help. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm here. We've expanded our collaboration with the Arts Commission, the Mayor's Arts Commission. We've done several projects with them and the North Olmsted Garden Club. They just had their flower show in our facility the other day. We've also set up connections with the Bay Panini Cultural Center and the West Cleveland Muslim Association. And I just invite you all to come visit us. We have a lot of programs for all ages. And we're going to be hosting a community resource fair on November 8th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with resources for anybody in the community, things that are available for families, adults, and children.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mike Babinick, 27981 North Park Drive, here in North Olmsted. I'm here to talk about Dove Park, but in a different way. A little while ago, I sent a letter to a Copeland Council and Director Pinchek. I asked for a small concession in the plans for the south side of construction of the park, and it was a small thing. Plans were already written. I gave it a snowball's chance to get through. We had asked for the access for us to the Veterans Memorial. It's a favorite place for us to go say a few prayers for an active military, not for somebody who's passed away. Our son is headed off to some dicey stuff, and it's a comfortable place to pray. We've gotten used to it. Lo and behold, Director Pinchek came through and answered the email. I think he was the one responsible for making some arrangements, and so we have access to the memorial. And I just want to say thanks. It's not often you can get a change that's made when things are already on your way, but you did. And it's more meaningful to us than you guys probably know. So that's it. I want to thank you guys a lot. Good job.
Thank you, Mr. Berman. Seeing no other comments from the audience, we will now move into legislation.
Legislation on second reading, Resolution 2025-17, introduced by Mayor Jones, a resolution approving and adopting the 2025 Comprehensive Plan for the City of North Olmsted as amended. Resolution 2025-66, introduced by Mayor Jones, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a renewal agreement with Macaulay and Company LLC to provide grant writing and consulting services for the City of North Olmsted and declaring an emergency. Resolution 2025-67, introduced by Mayor Jones, a resolution authorizing the mayor to amend a job creation grant agreement with R.E. Warner and Associates, Inc. in order to change the grant commencement and ending dates and declaring an emergency. Resolution 2025-70, introduced by Mayor Jones, a resolution authorizing the mayor to acquire an additional 8 Flock Safety Falcon license plate readers, LPRs, as part of the Violent Crime Reduction Program grant totaling $24,000 and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President Pro Tem,
Councilman.
I move to suspend the rule requiring 3 reads because we need to get this updated technology installed as soon as possible, and ask for a second.
Second.
There's a motion to suspend the rule requiring 3 readings for Resolution 2025-70 made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky,
Yes.
Ms. Heeman,
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist,
Yes.
Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Lippert,
Yes.
Mr. Scarl.
Yes. That motion passes by a vote of 7-0. If there's anyone in the audience who wishes to address council regarding Resolution 2025-70, please approach the podium now.
Seeing none, I move to adopt 2025-770 and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to adopt Resolution 2025-70 made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky,
Yes.
Ms. Heeman,
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist,
Yes.
Mr. Lippert,
Yes.
Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Scarl.
Yes. Sorry. Resolution 2025-70 is adopted by a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance 2025-71, introduced by Mayor Jones, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a purchase agreement with Faro Technologies for the purchase of a Faro Focus Core 3D replacement scanner to be used by the police department at a cost of $48,997.23, funded through the Equitable Sharing Fund, and declaring an emergency. Resolution 2025-73, introduced by Mayor Jones and Councilwoman Heeman, a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a 3-year contract with the city of Berea, Ohio, for the purpose of the city of North Olmsted providing the city of Berea with police and fire dispatching and declaring an emergency. Ordinance 2025-74, introduced by Mayor Jones, an ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Safety to contract for and proceed with demolition and removal of unsafe structures located at 5035 Porter Road in the city of North Olmsted as a public nuisance, and further directing that abatement costs be certified as a lien upon said parcel pursuant to revised code 715.26 and 715.261, and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President Pro Tem,
Councilman.
I wish to suspend the rule requiring 3 reads on ordinance 2025-74 and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to suspend the rule requiring 3 readings for ordinance 2025-74 made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky,
Yes.
Ms. Heeman,
Yes.
Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist,
Yes.
Mr. Scarl,
Yes.
Mr. Lippert.
Yes.
Motion passes by a vote of 7-0. If there's anyone in the audience who wishes to address council regarding ordinance 2025-74, please approach the podium now.
Seeing none, I move to adopt ordinance 2025-74 and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to adopt ordinance 2025-74 made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky,
Yes.
Ms. Heeman,
Yes.
Mr. Murray,
Yes.
Mr. Madden,
Yes.
Mr. Scarl,
Yes.
Mr. Lippert,
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-74 is adopted by a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance 2025-75, introduced by Mayor Jones, an ordinance authorizing the Director of Human Resources to solicit proposals for excess insurance coverage for the city health care and hospitalization plans for 2026, and further authorizing the mayor, subject to approval by the Board of Control, to enter into contract for said insurance coverage. Legislation on first reading, ordinance 2025-78, an ordinance amending and reestablishing Chapter 139 of the Administrative Code entitled Department of Public Safety in order to establish the Division of Juvenile Diversion within the department and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President Pro Tem?
President?
Mayor.
I place on first reading and request suspension of the rule requiring 3 readings and formal committee review.
Mr. President,
Councilman.
I move to suspend the rule requiring 3 reads and formal committee review for 2025-78 and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings and formal committee review for ordinance 2025-78 made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky?
Yes.
Ms. Heeman?
Yes.
Mr. Lippert?
Yes.
Mr. Mari?
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. Scarl?
Yes. The motion passes by a vote of 7-0. If there's anyone in the audience who wishes to address council regarding ordinance 2025-78, please approach the podium now.
Seeing none, I move to adopt 2025-78 and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to adopt ordinance 2025-78 made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky?
Yes.
Ms. Heeman?
Yes.
Mr. Lippert?
Yes.
Mr. Scarl?
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist?
Yes.
Mr. Mari?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-78 is adopted by a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance 2025-79, an ordinance amending section 139.99B of chapter 139 of the Administrative Code entitled Division of Police Department of Public Safety for the purpose of adding the position of dispatch supervisor to the Division of Police and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President, I introduce and place on first reading and request suspension of the rule requiring 3 readings and formal committee review.
Mr. President Pro Tem,
Councilman.
I wish to suspend the rules requiring 3 reads and formal committee review on 2025-79, as it is vitally important that we get this layer of supervision before Bay Village and Berea come on to dispatch. And ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings and formal committee review for ordinance 2025-79 made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky?
Yes.
Ms. Heeman?
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist?
Yes.
Mr. Scarl?
Yes.
Mr. Lippert?
Yes.
Mr. Mari?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Motion passes by a vote of 7-0. If there's anyone in the audience who wishes to address council regarding ordinance 2025-79, please approach the podium now.
Seeing none, Mr. President, I wish to adopt 2025-79 and ask for a second.
Second.
Motion to adopt ordinance 2025-79 made by Councilman Shimsky, seconded by Councilwoman Heeman. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shimsky?
Yes.
Ms. Heeman?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. Mari?
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist?
Yes.
Mr. Lippert?
Yes.
Mr. Scarl?
Yes. Ordinance 2025-79 is adopted by a vote of 7-0.
Ordinance 2025-80, an ordinance amending section 139.99A of chapter 139 of the Administrative Code entitled Department of Public Safety for the purpose of adding the position of Assistant Fire Chief to the Division of Fire and declaring an emergency.
I introduce and place on first reading.
Ordinance 2025-81, an ordinance amending section 145.99C of chapter 145 of the Administrative Code entitled Division of Springvale Department of Recreation and Public Engagement for the purpose of changing the position of part-time food supervisor to full-time hospitality supervisor within the Division of Springvale and declaring an emergency.
I introduce and place on first reading.
Ordinance 2025-82, an ordinance amending chapter 131 of the Administrative Code entitled Mayor's Office for the purpose of amending the title of the Mayor's Special Assistant to the Mayor's Chief of Staff and declaring an emergency.
I introduce and place on first reading.
Ordinance 2025-83, an ordinance amending new rates of compensation ranges for administrative personnel for various positions and establishing rates of compensation for new positions for the years 2025 and 2026. This includes aligning the juvenile diversion program under the Public Safety Department, retitling the Special Assistant to the Mayor position to Chief of Staff, adding the positions of support personnel in the Public Service Department, dispatch supervisor in Division of Police, assistant fire chief in Division of Fire, and hospitality supervisor in the Division of Springville, changing language on Section D of the Department of Public Safety to include certain special pays into base pay, and otherwise reestablishing the compensation rates and descriptions for various administrative and legislative personnel for the years 2025 and 2026, and declaring an emergency.
I introduce and place on first reading.
Ordinance 2025-84, an ordinance amending Section 141.99A of Chapter 141 of the Administrative Code entitled Department of Public Service for the purpose of adding a position of part-time clerical support and declaring an emergency.
I introduce and place on first reading.
Thank you. We'll now move into scheduling committee meetings for Tuesday, August 26, 2025. Councilman Limper, would you like to schedule a Building, Zoning, and Development Committee meeting?
I would, Mr. President Pro Tem. I'll schedule that on the 26th of August at 7 o'clock. I would ask that the Economic Development Director and any other of his designees be present, and that will be to discuss PDC case 241-2025 Chase Bank and the SRTS mid-block crosswalk.
What time?
Till 7:20.
Thank you. Councilwoman Heeman, would you like to schedule a Recreation, Public Parks, and Buildings Committee meeting?
I would, thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to schedule 2025-81 to start at 7:20 and conclude at 7:25. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to schedule a Finance Committee meeting for Tuesday, August 26th at 7:25 p.m. for Ordinance 2025-82, Ordinance 2025-83, and Ordinance 2025-84. And I'd ask that the Mayor, Finance Director, Service Director, and any other designee be present. And that will go until 7:45 p.m. Thank you. Councilman Shimsky, would you like to schedule a Public Safety, Health, and Welfare Committee meeting?
Yes, I would. I'd like to schedule a Public Safety, Health, and Welfare meeting for August 26, 2025 at 7:45 p.m. to discuss Ordinance 2025-80 and ask that the Mayor, the Public Safety Director, and the Fire Chief or designee be present. It should be conclude 7:55.
You're the last one, so you'll be okay. Councilman Mari, would you like to schedule an Intergovernmental Relations Committee meeting?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President Pro Tem. I would like to schedule the meeting for August 26th, starting at 6:50 p.m. for the mayor's appointment of Jen Kalen to the Planning and Design Commission. I'd ask that the mayor and any of her designees be present. This would be for the unexpired term of January 1st, 2021 through December 31st, 2025, and that would go from 6:50 to 7 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, I move to excuse the absence of Council President Brossard and ask for a second.
Second.
Thank you. Motion to excuse Council President Brossard made by Councilman Scarl, seconded by Councilman Limpert. Roll call, please.
Mr. Scarl.
Yes.
Mr. Limpert.
Yes.
Mr. Madden.
Yes.
Mr. Mari.
Yes.
Mr. Shimsky.
Yes.
Ms. Gilchrist.
Yes.
Ms. Heeman.
Yes.
Council President Brossard is excused by a vote of 7-0. With the agenda being completed and there being no further business to come before council, this meeting of August 19, 2020